Question 1 asks us to identify the characteristics of monopolistic competition. Monopolistic competition is a form of imperfect competition where there are many buyers and sellers with low barriers to entry that sell products that are similar but not identical, meaning they are not perfect substitutes for one another. The question asks, the coffee industry is a typical example of monopolistic competition. We know this because the article states there, A is a high level of competition in the industry with low barriers to entry and with each coffee business selling the same type of coffee. This answer is wrong. While high levels of consumption and low barriers to entry are characteristic of monopolistic competition, each business selling the same type of coffee is uncharacteristic of monopolistic competition. This answer actually describes a perfectly competitive market. B is a low level of competition in the industry with medium barriers to entry and with each coffee business selling coffee that differs in quality. This answer is also wrong. This answer states low competition and medium barriers to entry, both of which are uncharacteristic of monopolistic competition. However, having each business sell coffee of differing quality is characteristic of monopolistic competition. C is a low level of competition in the industry with high barriers to entry and with each coffee business selling coffee that differs in quality. Much like answer B, this is incorrect as monopolistic competition is characterized by high levels of competition and low barriers to entry. However, this answer is characteristic of monopolistic competition as it states that each business sells coffee of different quality. Hence, answer D is correct. Answer D states that the competition in the coffee industry is high. This is a characteristic of monopolistic competition, where a market should have many buyers and sellers. It also states that the barriers to entry are low, another characteristic of monopolistic competition, which should have free entry. Additionally, it states that each firm sells coffee that differs in quality. This is also a characteristic of monopolistic competition, where the products are similar but not identical, making it imperfect competition. Hence, answer D is the correct answer. Question 2. The article states that Starbucks had to close down many of its Australian stores as they were unable to compete with the Australian palette. Suppose that an individual coffee supplier was in long-run equilibrium before Starbucks closed its stores. Which graph would best represent the individual coffee supplier's situation in the short run after Starbucks closed its stores? Assume the individual coffee supplier is profit maximizing. The black lines represent the original long-run equilibrium. The red lines represent the short-run impact of Starbucks leaving the coffee industry. Question 2 asks us which graph represents the short-run effect of Starbucks, a major producer, leaving the market. If a major producer leaves the market, the demand for that producer's product would be absorbed by other firms in the market. Hence, the demand curve for each individual supplier would increase. By this concept, answers A and B are eliminated, as they show a decrease in demand for individual coffee suppliers. Answer D shows an increase in demand identical to that of answer C. However, answer D shows a short-run effect such that marginal cost is equal to demand. Since this is not the profit maximizing quantity, and the question states that the individual coffee supplier is profit maximizing, this is not the correct answer. Answer C shows a short-run effect such as marginal cost curve and marginal revenue curve meet, which is the profit maximizing quantity. Hence, answer C is correct.